What if the most terrifying predator in history never really went extinct? What if, beneath the crushing darkness of the ocean, something ancient still lurks? Massive, silent, and waiting. Tonight, we dive into the deep to uncover the mystery of the Megalodon, the largest shark that ever lived, and the chilling clues that suggest it may not be gone after all. Before we begin, let me know in the comments, where are you watching from, and what time is it for you right now? Let's begin our countdown of the top 10 shocking truths, sightings, and theories about the Megalodon. Number 10. The giant that ruled the prehistoric. 6 million years ago, when dinosaurs ruled the land, the oceans had their own king, the Megalodon. Its name means big tooth, and for good reason. Fossilized teeth found across the world measure more than 7 inches long, about the size of a human hand. Scientists estimate that Megalodon stretched up to 60 feet in length, 3 times longer than a great white shark and heavier than a fully loaded airplane. This beast wasn't just big, it was built for destruction. With a bite force exceeding 40,000 pounds per square inch, it could crush a whale's skull in seconds. Picture the largest great white you've ever seen. Now multiply that by 3. That's the ultimate apex predator of its time. But here's where it gets mysterious. We found their teeth almost everywhere, from the Caribbean to the Himalayas, which means at some point, Megalodon ruled every ocean on Earth. And if that's true, could any corner of those vast waters still hide one today? Number 9. The fossil that shouldn't exist. In 1875, during a deep-sea expedition in the Pacific, scientists discovered something baffling: a Megalodon tooth that looked freshly preserved, not fossilized. Instead of being millions of years old, it appeared only a few thousand years old. If that's true, it would mean Megalodon survived far longer than anyone believed. Some researchers dismissed it as an error, claiming underwater chemical reactions could preserve fossils unnaturally well. But others argued that the ocean's unexplored depths could hold secrets our science can't yet explain. Even today, modern discoveries of deep-sea coelacanths, fish, thought extinct for 65 million years, remind us that the ocean hides things beyond imagination. So maybe, just maybe, the Megalodon didn't vanish completely. It simply went deeper. Number 8. Modern sightings that shocked scientists. You might think stories about Megalodon are just myths, but several modern-day encounters have left even experts speechless. In 1918, Australian fishermen reported losing massive tuna nets to what they described as a shark bigger than their boats. The water turned red, and their steel nets were ripped apart like paper. In 2012, a South African research team tracking great whites near Cape Town noticed something strange. One of their tagged sharks, a healthy, 9-foot adult, suddenly dove straight down to 2,000 feet in a matter of seconds. The tracker recorded a temperature spike, suggesting it was inside the stomach of something enormous. No known predator could do that, except something much larger. These are the stories scientists can't fully explain, and the ones that keep the legend of Megalodon alive. Number 7. The deep-sea graveyard. Ocean floor hides clues to Megalodon's mysterious disappearance. Fossil records show that about 2.6 million years ago, its numbers began to decline. Many scientists blame changing sea temperatures, competition with smaller sharks, and the rise of modern whales that adapted better to cold waters. But others believe something else happened, something catastrophic. Around the same time, massive methane eruptions and magnetic shifts disrupted marine ecosystems worldwide. Entire species vanished almost overnight. Yet, deep trenches like the Mariana Trench, Puerto Rico Trench, and Java Deep remain stable, isolated from surface changes. Could these deep, dark sanctuaries have sheltered the last Megalodons? Some oceanographers think it's possible. The pressure down there could crush submarines, but not a creature evolved to survive it. Number 6. The mysterious submarine caisson. 1978. The South African Navy conducted routine surveillance off Cape Point when a sonar operator picked up something massive moving beneath their ship. The object was larger than a submarine, about 70 feet long, traveling at 25 knots. At first, they assumed it was a false reading until it passed directly under them. The sonar recorded a biological signature, not metal. For years, the incident was classified. When declassified decades later, it sparked intense debate. Was it a whale? A group of large sharks swimming together, or something much bigger, something that fits the description of Megalodon. Even now, some sonar logs remain redacted, but local fishermen still whisper about the submarine shark, a creature they claim still patrols those waters today. Asterisk, and that's just the beginning. We've covered the origins, fossils, sightings, and unexplained sonar mysteries that hint Megalodon may not be just a creature of the past. But what if we told you there's even stronger evidence waiting ahead from whale carcasses, deep-sea footage, and modern technology? Stay tuned for part 2, where we count down from number 5 to number 1, revealing the most chilling evidence that the Megalodon might still roam the deep dot. We explored the terrifying world of the prehistoric ocean king, the Megalodon. We looked at its colossal size, mysterious fossils, and modern-day sightings that continue to baffle scientists. But we're only halfway through the truth. The next 5 points take us deeper into the evidence, the fear, and the possibility that this monster still lurks below. So grab your gear, take a deep breath, and let's dive back into the darkness. Asterisk. Number 5. The whale carcass mystery. It started off the coast of Chile in 2016. A team of marine biologists discovered a massive whale carcass, or what was left of it. The entire lower half of the whale's body was missing, and the edges of the bite marks were clean, as if sliced by a circular saw. No known predator could make such a cut. Great whites bite differently. Orcas tear their prey apart. But this was something else. One singular bite. Based on the spacing of the marks, scientists estimated the jaw that made it would have been at least 10 feet wide. To this day, the official explanation is unknown predator. Some suggest a massive great white. Others hint at an undiscovered species. But too many? This was one of the strongest modern clues that something as large as Megalodon may still roam the ocean's depths. Even scarier, the wounds were fresh. Number 4. The Mariana Trench. Theory. The Mariana Trench, the deepest place on Earth, drops nearly 36,000 feet below the surface. Light never reaches there. The pressure is beyond comprehension, yet life thrives. Strange, alien-like life that's adapted to eternal darkness. Some scientists believe if Megalodon survived extinction, it would have adapted to these exact conditions. Down there, food sources like giant squids and deep-sea fish could sustain a massive predator, and its dark environment would make it virtually invisible to human detection. Deep-sea probes and submarines have captured fleeting, unexplained shadows the size of buses on sonar scans, but footage always cuts out. Equipment malfunctions. Cameras go dead. Coincidence? Or is something down there that doesn't want to be found? The Mariana Trench holds more mysteries than the surface of Mars, and if Megalodon survived, this would be the perfect place to hide. Number 3. The shark disappearances. 2013. Researchers studying great whites off the coast of South Africa made a strange discovery. Dozens of large sharks, strong, healthy adults, were suddenly vanishing from tracking radar. When their tags resurfaced, the data told a chilling story. Each shark had experienced a sudden, rapid temperature change, indicating it was eaten by something warm-blooded and massive, the size of the predator required to do that. At least 2 to 3 times bigger than a great white. For months, experts debated possible culprits, killer whales, unknown predators, or even deep-sea phenomena. But the energy readings from the tags didn't match anything known. Even more haunting, one of the recovered tags had deep gouge marks, as if bitten by enormous teeth. It led some marine biologists to a frightening theory. Something ancient is hunting our sharks. Number 2. The lost footage incident in 2003. A small documentary crew was filming off the coast of Mexico for a series on whale migrations. Their submersible sent back incredible footage until, suddenly, it didn't. The live feed captured what appeared to be a massive shadow moving beneath a pod of whales. The whales panicked and scattered. Then, a blur of motion. The camera shook violently. The last image transmitted before the signal died showed a row of enormous triangular shapes before the screen went black dot. The submersible was never recovered. What's stranger is that all official records of the expedition disappeared soon after. Some say it was simply a tragic accident. Others whisper that the footage proved too shocking to release. Years later, fragments of a damaged camera were found washed ashore. Inside, there were no retrievable images, just deep scratches, as if something tried to crush it. Could this have been the only real footage of a living Megalodon? We may never know. Number 1. The evidence hidden in plain sight. Here's where it all comes together. We know that Megalodon teeth continue to wash up in surprisingly extremely recent geological layers. Whales and sharks vanish with unexplained wounds. Deep sea sonar picks up gigantic, moving shapes, and technology fails exactly when something massive appears. Individually, each could be coincidence. Together, they tell a different story. Every year, we map less than 10% of our oceans. That means 90% of the deep sea remains unexplored. For all our satellites and science, the ocean remains Earth's final mystery. If creatures like the coelacanth could return from extinction after 65 million years, then who's to say the Megalodon couldn't survive in the darkness below? Maybe it evolved, maybe it changed, maybe it's waiting. Imagine a creature the size of a city bus, swimming silently beneath oil tankers and submarines, unseen by sonar, moving in black water that light has never touched. Maybe it surfaces only rarely, feeding on whales that vanish without a trace. And when it does, the ocean remembers what fear really feels like, whether the Megalodon still exists or not. One thing is certain: the ocean hides more secrets than we can ever imagine. Every unexplained ripple, every strange sonar echo, every massive shadow reminds us that our planet is still wild, still mysterious, and still dangerous. So the next time you stand at the shore, staring into the endless blue, remember, we know more about the surface of the moon than the world beneath those waves. And somewhere in that silence, the legend of the Megalodon lives on. Let me know in the comments, where are you watching from and what time is it right now? And if you enjoyed this deep sea mystery, make sure to subscribe for more stories from the hidden side of our planet.